Oh my goodness, this is a horrible Christmas special. I don't even know why I watched this one. Anyway, it kicks off with the kids playing hockey on the ice rink. They're using a pine cone, and Doug and Scooter do not have hockey sticks. Everyone else does. Are they the poorest people in the town? I mean, Scooter seems to have like a lot of money. Doug seems to be doing okay. I mean, they're families, but for some reason, everyone else is like doing much better than them because they can't afford a hockey puck. I mean, no one in that town can afford a hockey puck. I mean, surely if you buy a hockey stick, don't some of them come with the puck anyway on top? I mean, unless they're all homemade, which might explain it, but still, a hockey puck shouldn't be that much, shouldn't be shouldn't be that expensive. I'm trying to say. Um, Anyway, Pork Chop, for some reason, he goes on the ice, he slides by everyone, he goes to an area where it says thin ice, notices that the ice is cracking, and the sign falls through the ice. Anyway, the pine cone gets knocked over there by a big hole, okay, in the middle of the lake, with cracks all over the ice. And BB's like, oh, I'll get it. And she doesn't notice this. No one else notices this. I mean, it's a pine cone. And I guess in the Doug universe, pine cones do not grow on trees. Wait, yeah, they do. They grow on trees. So why is this pine cone so expensive? Is it BB's pine cone from her collection because she's like a multi-millionaire family and it's like a family heirloom? Why are you using it for hockey then if it's so important? If it's not important, just go get another one. Why risk your life over this pine cone? Anyway, Pork Chop tries to stop her because he's apparently the only one who can read and notice signs of danger in this town. BB's like, go away, Pork Chop, I'm trying to do something. And Pork Chop has no choice. I mean, seriously, no choice but to bite her leg and drag her away from danger. Okay, Pork Chop, why are you doing that like that, man? You didn't have to bite her. You just had to, I don't know. You could have just let her fall in and then she could have, he could have rescued her. End of story. No plot. Oh, but we need a plot. So Pork Chop bites her. She's screaming out, ow, ow, he got me by the leg. Where? And that's important later. Okay? Later on. That will be an important note. Anyway, Chalky comes up after everyone's crowded, and Doug is like, what's going on? Chalky's like, I saw the whole thing, Doug. Pork Chop just attacked her, man. And, Chalky's just being an idiot. Granted, no one knows why Pork Chop did it, but Doug punishes Pork Chop, basically grounds him to his igloo, which he has a TV, a refrigerator, everything we've seen before. Anyway, Doug and Judy are at the mall. Doug feels bad for yelling at Pork Chop, so he's like, I'm gonna get him this hat because I feel bad for yelling at him. But they get back home. Pork Chop's being arrested. Doug ends up getting a letter from the Bluffs. They're pressing charges against Pork Chop. Not the funny family, not Doug, not Doug's parents. Pork Chop. They're pressing charges against the dog. Okay? Not the owner of the dog, but the dog himself. I mean, what? What kind of universe is this? I mean, Pork Chop was like Brian Griffin, I guess. But Pork Chop couldn't talk. He could only do like charades, which is what he was trying to do with Doug earlier, to be like, hey, this is what happened, and Doug was having none of it. Anyway, they're like, the funny family is like, oh, maybe we should make up a petition and then get everyone to sign it. And nobody wants to sign it because nobody wants to get involved. Pork Chop all over the news being a bad dog. Doug's walking by an electronics store, and I don't know if they do this anymore. I don't think they do. I haven't seen one in a while, but they used to have TVs playing like local news in the windows of these electronics stores. And Doug sees a special about the attack, and it's like really over exaggerate. Like the big dog just jumps on the actress playing the BB and just shakes her all around. It's kind of stupid, but that's what they do. They over exaggerate like everything. Which is why if there's ever a movie about me, I'm probably going to be, 400 pounds more, probably, all that. Anyway, Doug decides maybe I need to go talk to BB before this blows out of proportion. It already is, but anyway, he gets to the hospital, sees Mr. Bluff there, BB's dad, and he refuses Doug. He refuses to let Doug talk to BB, and he tries to talk to, Mr. Bluff, and Mr. Bluff's like, look, dude, I don't like dogs, okay? They don't have money. They don't even know what money is. And it's like, this is why you're gonna let a dog die? Because the dog doesn't have any money? A dog who we've seen previously have money. It's just dumb. Oh, the one who blows this whole thing out of proportion is a caller who calls the former mayor. I forgot that Tippy Dink, Mr. Dink's wife, was actually Mayor. I always thought it was Mayor White, but Mayor White is now a radio host. I don't know about Disney, Doug. I didn't really get into that, so. But yeah, Mayor White lost an election, so now he's a radio host. And since Mayor Tippy Dink is out of town, I guess that makes him the mayor now. So he's in charge, and he organizes Pork Chop's arrest. So after talking to Mr. Bluff and all that, getting refused, Doug tries to think of a way to rescue Pork Chop. So he fantasizes, what would Quellman smash that? He fantasizes, what would Quellman or Smash Adams or Race Canyon do? Quellman says superpowers, which Doug doesn't have. Race Canyon says go in there and beat up everyone, which Doug's a little wimp, so he's not going to be able to do that. Smash Adams is like, well, you can use, some kind of device or whatever. Do you know someone who can, make crazy gadgets? And Doug's like, oh yeah, those creepy twins I know, they make a bunch of weird stuff. He gets to Al and Lou's house, and they have a whole bunch of baked goods that are explosives. So these kids are making bombs on Christmas. What am I watching? A dog is about to be executed. Kids are making bombs. What? Anyway, Doug's like, I don't want to hurt anybody. I just want to make a clean getaway. So they give him a cupcake that doubles as a smoke bomb. And Doug gets to the pound. He's with Skeeter for some reason. Skeeter's like, I don't have anything better to do. I'm going to go help Doug. I mean, it's Christmas, so, what else? What else are you going to do? Spend time with your family? Nah, I'll help Doug get his crazy dog out of prison. Anyway, they get to the pound, and there's a big old sign that says, no cupcakes. And Doug's like, but it's a present for my dog. And they go to plan B, which is Skeeter's like, maybe that's why Skeeter tagged along. He was plan B. Skeeter thinks like he has a really bad tummy ache, and he falls to the floor going, oh, I don't feel good. The guard gets up, but then the phone rings. And they, he's talking on the phone. He's like, yeah, we're keeping a safe watch on him. Probably talking about Pork Chop or any other dog in the pound. Anyway, Doug gets to Pork Chop's chamber, which is what it is. It's like a huge box, and it's just Pork Chop in there, because Pork Chop is apparently the most dangerous criminal in Bluffington. Anyway, the guard bites the cupcake and finds out, it's a smoke bomb. So Doug and Skeeter get kicked out. The trial goes. Mr. Bluff apparently knows the judge, and the judge assures him that, this is going to be over quick. The prosecutor, lawyer for the Bluffs, calls BB to the stand. BB starts talking, saying, hey, I was just doing this, and the dog bit me. And the attorney is like, okay, no further questions. BB then says this, but it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt. It didn't hurt. So why were you screaming? Why were you crying? If it didn't hurt. But, no one listens to that part. Pork Chop, or Doug, is trying to convince everyone Pork Chop's innocent. Pork Chop is trying to say something about the lake, but the judge is like, look, I'm not taking this whole entire court to the pond just so you can, whatever. And Doug's like, yeah, but look, man, Pork Chop has done so much for this community. He even helped your daughter walk again. And the judge is like, okay, whatever. Okay, let's go see, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, they get to the lake or pond. I think it's lake. And BB is on crutches. But it didn't hurt. She's on crutches. She's walking over to the big old hole in the middle of the lake on the ice. She's walking on crutches on ice towards a giant hole in the middle of a frozen lake. And a judge and police and her dad are letting her do this. And they're acting like they care about this kid. They don't care about this kid. If they're letting an injured kid on ice, on crutches, walk towards a hole in the middle of the lake, icy lake. Okay, anyway, she's walking and Porkchop's, he's chained up. He can't really escape. He's trying to run after her again, and they're like, oh God, he's gonna do it again. BB falls through the ice, and no one decides, hey, maybe we should go help her. They all just go, oh no, oh dear, oh me, oh my. And Porkchop eventually breaks free, saves BB, and rescues her because he's like super strong puppy. He's using puppy power, I guess. So the next day, BB and her dad come to the funny house, and they're like, is there any way we can thank Porkchop? BB is not on crutches. So yeah, that was the whole fake thing. It was over exaggerated. Her hospital stay, the crutches, all that was fake, just to make Porkchop look bad and have Porkchop put to death. Those are the kind of people the Bluffs are, and Doug and his family and Porkchop should have sued them. But they didn't, because, you know, it's a kid-friendly cartoon. You can't sue someone in this cartoon. Wait a minute. You can sue in a cartoon. And there is a special in this series that I will talk about maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. I don't know what order I'm going to do these in. I'm thinking I might do that one tomorrow. Dun, 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 dun. Anywho, that one also involves a dog. Anyway, Porkchop somehow communicates that he wants, you know, all the dogs in the pound to have a nice Christmas and find homes. So Mayor White and Mr. Bluff team up, and Bluff throws the banquet, and Mayor White uses his radio talk show to find homes for all the dogs. And everyone has a Merry Christmas. This could have really ended bad for Doug and Porkchop. I mean, like I said, what am I watching? Porkchop almost died because of someone's hatred for dogs. Yeah. But I'm glad everything worked out. Porkchop lived, and he's probably gonna live another, I don't know. How long do dogs live? He seems like he was like 5 or something. So, I don't know. I think he was still alive when Doug, the movie, came out, and Doug Disney, so maybe he'll live forever. Who knows? If they bring Doug back, maybe he'll be alive there. Or maybe they'll have another, episode where they actually killed Porkchop. I mean, why not? Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good one.